And if my boo ever watch this, boo, I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you. Men don't feel like plus size women deserve it all. Do not chase no man, because I promise you, if you gotta chase that man, you're gonna be chasing him forever. Hey y'all, welcome back to my diary. Today we will be discussing the relationship struggles of a big girl. I have a few bumps and pimples and all kinds of things on my face. So I am going to be doing a face mask while I discuss the things I've experienced in relationships as a big girl. Today, the face mask we're gonna do is, what is this? Watermelon and aloe. And if you want to know where I got these from Five Below. Five Below, TJ Maxx, Marshalls, all them kind of places. They have good skincare products. Definitely when I'm looking at them. I went to TJ Maxx the other day and I got this whole pack of makeup wipes for like $4. So it's definitely a good bargain. So before we get into this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and go watch my last couple videos because y'all been acting funny. The first issue that I find with dating as a big girl is the damn, is anything in here? I find that the selection is not that great. Like, and when I say that, I don't mean like all the men are ugly or all the men are broke, or no, I'm not saying that. But I feel like the selection of men that go after bigger girls are not like, they're like essentially bums and don't like have nothing going for themselves, don't have like their own car, you know what I'm saying, don't have no responsibility, don't take care of themselves, stuff like that. I just feel like a lot of men go for us because they know other women don't want them, and they think because we're bigger that we just automatically going to accept them being the bare minimum. You know, like the nigga that's on 50 Shades of Grey. We don't get rich niggas like that. I mean, maybe some of them do, but I ain't came across one yet. I've came across men with very good jobs, very good careers, things like that. But it's always something. It's always something wrong. Like, if they check all the boxes as far as looks and financial stuff, like, then they crazy as hell, or liars or cheaters. Like, it's just always something. And obviously that could be a issue for a lot of people, not just bigger girls, but as a bigger girl, it is something that I have experienced. I feel like I can compare it firsthand because I have a sister that's not plus size, and you know, in the same dating world as me, and sometimes her selection is better. And of course, there's not just me. Like, I mean, it's not just because of the men, you know. Maybe the man that I want just does not like the type of girl that I am or something. And then there's things that I would have to work on myself, and that's completely fine. I just feel like there are a lot of smart, beautiful, big girls on this earth, and I feel like they deserve a better selection than they get. And if my boo ever watch this, boo, I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you. I feel like when you're dating as a big girl, men think you are easier, like a pushover. Like they feel like they can just tell you anything and you're supposed to take it, or they can talk to you any kind of way, treat you any kind of way, and you have to put up with it just because you're bigger. Like, I don't understand why people, like I said, and I think the 10 things that made me uncomfortable video, I don't understand why people equate big girls to being insecure or ugly. Like, just because I am a big girl does not mean I have to put up with bullshit. That does not mean I have to accept all of your flaws, because I mean, of course, people do see being plus size as a flaw. And some men feel like if I'm accepting this about you, then you should accept all the bullshit that I do. And I just feel like that's not fair, and it's not equivalent. I feel like me being a big girl is not equivalent to you being a liar, cheater, in and out of jail, just sitting at your mom's house all day, not working, having multiple kids, multiple different, like, that does not mean I have to put up with that. I feel like I have dated a few people, and I'm always going to keep bringing up my sister because she's the closest person that I know, fully about their dating experience and how men treat her in those type of relationships. So I will say, and I feel like because she's more desired, I feel like, well, they think she's more desired, they essentially try to work harder to keep her, if that makes sense. So if, you know, she's dating somebody, they're buying her flowers, they're sending her money, they're paying for this, paying for that, like doing all they can so they can keep their spot. I feel like men, when they date plus size women, they do not work for their spot. Like, it's just like, this is what I am, and you either take it or leave it. You should be lucky that somebody want to be with you type of shit. And I just don't like that. Like, why? Like, we are the most, not the most, but like, I have seen some of the most beautiful women in the world that are plus size. And I feel like they deserve everything. They deserve flowers every day. They deserve surprise gifts and surprise vacations and big extravagant proposals and the wedding. And they deserve it all. But I feel like men don't feel like plus size women deserve it all. And I really want to know why it seems like, and it's not even just men that don't typically like big girls. Even the men that love big girls, they just don't, I feel like they don't treat their woman as opposed to the opposite type of relationship, which is a woman that's not plus size. So, and I honestly, I do understand that these opinions are going to be different for everybody, but as a big girl myself, these are things that I've experienced. So of course you may have a different experience, but these again are my experiences. I feel like when you are in a relationship with the man as a plus size woman, they expect you to chase them and essentially act like they are the prize. They're gonna give you the bare minimum, and they're gonna feel like, because it's almost as if they feel like they're doing you a favor. So they're gonna do just enough to let you know that I'm attracted to you, I like you, but nothing past that. Like, they want you to do all the work. They want you to do all the seeking, all the chasing, all the initial texts and initial calls. Let me tell you something. I am not that type of big girl. Like, if I have to keep contacting you first, keep texting you first, keep trying to see you, keep trying to spend time with you, stuff, I'm just not gonna do it. I'm just not going to do it. And I've come across a lot of men that think that I am going to do that I'm going to chase them, or that I have to put up with less than what I deserve because I'm a big girl. Absolutely not. I've had a man tell me that he finds me attractive and he really just want to, want to do with me. But he also want to talk to other people. And I'm like, no, I'm good. Like, I'm good on that. I have, okay? I have. I have. So I don't have to put up with anything that I don't want to put up with. But he was just like, see, when you come up front with a woman and tell her, what you own, y'all don't respect it. I said, I respect it. I absolutely respect it, but I don't have to accept it. I don't have to. Just because you telling me straight up, okay, I appreciate you telling me straight up. I mean, I wasn't going to go for it regardless if you told me that or not. But I appreciate that you told me straight up. But at the same time, I don't have to do that. Just because I'm a big girl and you think I don't get niggas, absolutely not. Because I do get niggas and I do have options. I'm just saying. And I know you're going to say, well, how do you have options if you having all these problems? And it's because I'm very picky with the men that I do pick. With the men that I do actually like, I am very picky with them. So if I consider them my little boo, my man, my mask is lifting a little bit. If I do consider them my boo or my man, I guarantee you that I have put them through the ringer. I have vetted them tremendously. I'm gonna just go ahead and take that part out because it's bothering me. I have vetted them tremendously because I guarantee you, when them men want to talk to you and want to get to know you, want to get in a relationship with you, they are gonna vet you too. So vet them in. It don't matter what you look like, how big you are, how smart you are, how pretty you are, how ugly you are. It does not matter. If somebody say they're interesting, you vet them to the fullest. Get to know everything about them and set your boundaries from day one. So as soon as you cross them, you tell them exactly what boundary you set at the beginning, and you tell them what boundary that they cross, and you leave it at that. Do not let no man walk over you because you a big girl, or because you feel like he was out of your league. It does not matter. If he talking to you, he is not out of your league. Set your standards and do not let that man walk over you. I'm just saying, do not chase no man, because I promise you, if you got to chase that man, you're going to be chasing him forever. As a big girl, a lot of men sexualize my body. So I would say I get all the time, you're so beautiful and you're so pretty and you look like you're so soft and you smell good, and all these compliments. They're great compliments, right? But I find that as a big girl, the compliments are rooted in you're so pretty, you're so beautiful, you look so soft, I want to sleep with you. Not you so pretty, you so soft, you're so beautiful, I want to take you on a date, or I want to get to know you. It's kind of like, I feel like, and this may just be the men in our generation, honestly, but I feel like we look like a sneaky link type thing to y'all, and it never gave that. It never gave that. There was a point in time where I actually wanted sneaky link, so I was cool with it. But you have to be pretty much upfront to the point, like, we're not going to be on that, and if you expect that, it's not going to happen. So this is not the destination for you, sir. Okay. It's kind of similar to what I was saying about they expect you to chase them, but I'm gonna go a little bit more into detail about the bare minimum. So the signs to look for to let you know that they're doing the bare minimum. Basically, if they do something wrong, like if they do something wrong and they know, and you know they did something wrong, and now it's like they're being nice to you, they're giving you compliments, maybe even gifts, just to let you know like, I'm sorry and I still want you to be around, I still like you, and then like 2 weeks later, like they back to doing the shit before, not complimenting you, not, you know, not being the man that you really want for them. It's almost as if like they only be that man when they feel like you're about to leave them. So just keep that in mind. If they're the type that holidays come around and they're just like trying to downplay holidays, red flag. Red flag. If they try to downplay your birthday, red flag. If they don't want to spend, you know, Christmases and Valentine, those big holidays, anniversaries, stuff like that, if they do not make it seem like a big deal, they are trying to do the bare minimum and trying to see how far they can go until you accept certain things. Okay? If you ask them like, oh, can we go here? Can we go there? And they never want to go places. All they want to do is hit. They never want to take you anywhere. That is a red flag. They are doing the bare minimum. You barely text this man. He only really texting you or calling you when he wants something from you, and being buttering you up and shit. Only when he wants something from you. That is the bare minimum, and they do that to big girls all the time. That man, if you're gonna be with a man, make sure that man doing stuff for you all the time. And that's advice to myself included. Make sure that man treating you with respect all the time, complimenting you all the time, contacting you all the time, just to check in on you, stuff like that. Not when he needs something from you. You know, don't let no man do the bare minimum, because I promise you, if you allow it, he will keep doing it. At the very beginning of the relationship, men will test the relationship with different things to see what you will allow. So you cannot let nothing slide. Yes, I do understand that some men will run away from confrontation like that because they don't want a woman to challenge them. But I just feel like you just weaving through the weakest links, okay? If he's strong enough to get through the vetting process, like I said, then he might just be a keeper. The next issue I come across is men that have never dated a plus size girl before, but for whatever reason they find you attractive. A lot of times for me it's because they still find me beautiful, or because they like my personality. I tell everybody I can laugh a nigga out they drawers, okay? I can laugh a nigga out they drawers. I am a comedian, and niggas love that I actually have a personality. I'm open-minded, I'm fun, like it's not boring over here. So a lot of men like that, and even though like men that's not attracted to me, they be friends with me and stuff like that, they always end up liking me because they realize, damn, like this girl cool as hell. And it be like that. It be like that. So you come across these men that have never dated a big girl before, and it's essentially not a good idea to date a man that has never been with a big girl before. One, I personally just feel like they're gonna be insensitive to your feelings. So like maybe if y'all get into an argument, it's like, you fat ass bitch this, and you big bitch, big this, big that, fat this, fat that. Like they're only going to love you or not say nothing about your weight when they happy with you, but as soon as they get mad, you the biggest bitch in the world. Another issue is because all of their exes are gonna be smaller than you, and they're gonna feel like they got the one up on you, or he downgraded because you bigger than them, and they automatically feel like because you bigger than them that means that you don't look as good as them. Another issue I have with men like that is I just feel like they kind of don't understand how certain situations could make you uncomfortable as a big girl. Maybe if you go out to a restaurant and he trying to put you in this small ass booth rather than getting a table where it's more room for you to sit, like stuff like that. Like obviously that's never happened to me, because usually anybody I talk to, they've always liked big girls. I personally do not talk to people that has never dated big girls. But I'm just saying, if you are going to be the first, you're gonna have to have some tough skin, because they're just not going to be considerate to the fact that you are a bigger girl. As a big girl in as a big girl in dating, men always want you to be a sneaky link. I think I mentioned this before. They don't actually really, some of them do, but like the ones that you really like, the ones that's really your type, is almost as if like they don't really want to commit, or you're not the one that they want to show off, but they do want relations with you, just not relations out in the open. They'll get with you and then they'll be like, oh, I don't want everybody in my business. I don't want, everybody to know what I got going on. Pretty much trying to hide you and keep you as his little buddy secret. Don't accept nothing that you know you don't want long term, because a lot of times whatever you get from a man in the beginning is what you're gonna get throughout the relationship. Pretty much a man will show you who they are and what intentions they have within like the first week of talking to them. So definitely, like I said, vet the person well. Ask as many questions as you need to. If he don't like answering them questions, that's maybe already a red flag. As a big girl, they don't really talk about sexual things, issues when you are a bigger girl and you doing the do. One of the major things is writing. A lot of men, especially if they are used to being with smaller girls, they're going to expect you to perform in a way that compares to what he's used to. Which is another thing I was saying. They're not going to be sympathetic to that, okay? If he came from a girl that was just bouncing for 10 minutes, he is not going to understand that your needs is given out in 5. Like, he's not going to get that. He's not going to understand that there are ways to help you bounce longer. He can assist you. Stuff like that. Obviously, working out and doing hella squats and stuff can help that. So if you want to get better at that, that's something you can do. Also, if you are a bigger girl and have a bigger butt, he has to be a little bit bigger, because you do not want to he has to be a little bit bigger because your bottom is bigger. You got a lot of cheeks and stuff back there. It has to be able to get through the cheeks. So you can't be messing with no little man, because it's not going to be satisfying for you, because he's just not going to be able to hit the spots that you really want him to hit. So you going to need a man that's well endowed. That's what I'm going to say about that. Also, there are certain positions that are just not going to work for you. Obviously, there are certain positions that's not going to work for smaller people as well. But you just have to know what works for you and what ways you can substitute to make that position still work. A lot of men are not going to have the patience to work with you on that. So a lot of times, if it don't work, they just gonna go to something else. But like I said, that's why you kind of want to refrain from the sneaky link type thing, because if you're in a relationship and you're trying to figure out, what works and things like that, you'll have more patience with stuff like that, and he'll be more willing to learn, what pleases you and what pleases him, and all of those things. Lingerie. I like lingerie. I like the idea of lingerie, but I find that they don't make sexy lingerie, but it's just not the best selection. I have tried some Shein things, and some of them do fit, but like the bra part doesn't fit, or if you get it big enough to fit the bra, the bottoms don't fit. So it's just kind of uncomfortable to wear something where you know you don't look your best in it. Obviously my man just be like, well, it's not, excuse me, he just be like, it's not really supposed to fit, so like it's okay if like a little bit hanging out, whatever. But again, that's why you gotta date a man that's gonna embrace them roles and embrace your body regardless of how it look. Because if you one of the men that only like them aesthetically pleasing big girls, you're not gonna want to see nothing hanging, nothing flapping, nothing shaking. So just be aware of that. But I'm not a big fan of lingerie because of that reason. If I was smaller, baby, I would have it. One of my biggest dreams is still the trench coat with nothing under it but lingerie and long leather thigh boots. Yes, that's one of my dreams, and I'm gonna achieve that dream because right now I'm on that OMAD diet, and I've seen small results. Oh my God, I've seen small results, but nothing too big just yet. So if I do start to see results, then I will give y'all an update on how the OMAD diet worked for me. That was the last topic of today. Let me know what you think about my thoughts in the comment section down below. Let me know if you have anything you want to add to the list, or if you would like a part 2 on issues that I've experienced as a big girl. Thank you so much for being a part of this diary entry, and I'll see you in the next entry. Bye.